Hello, good morning everybody. Jessica here for GP Nail Art. I just wanted to do a quick intro before we get into today's mani regarding the giveaway that is currently up on my channel. I will put a link to that video right up here in the corner. But it has come to my attention from a couple of comments that I've gotten that the comments are being like automatically deleted. That seems to be something that YouTube is doing. I did not even see any of the comments on YouTube until I saw the comments saying I want to enter, but YouTube keeps deleting my content or my comment. So I'm not sure exactly why that is happening. The only thing that I can think of is I did request that you put the words enter me and then give me either your email or your Instagram information. So in regards to that, if I understand that not everybody wants to give their email, and that's perfectly fine. That's not a problem. If you're leaving your Instagram name, what I would say, the only thing that I can think of as far as why YouTube would be deleting the comment is if you are trying to share the link to your Instagram page, so your comment might look something like this, where it's including the actual link that somebody would be able to click on, and then that would open up your Instagram page. I don't think that YouTube allows links like that in the comments. So really all I need is your Instagram name so that I can reach out to you. So please, and put the words enter me and just your Instagram name, no links or anything like that, and or your email address so that I can reach out to you once the giveaway is closed, which will be on Tuesday the 25th. I'll close or like end the giveaway that day, or probably until, let's say, midnight that night you can enter, and the next day I will pick the winner and post that information on YouTube. So just wanted to go over that because I want to make sure that everybody has a fair shot if you want to enter. So for those of you that have said that you want to enter but they're deleting your comments, please try again, enter on that video, not this one, and hopefully you can put the information on there. But I will need, like I said, either your email or your Instagram name, no links. All right, so we'll get into today's mani in just a moment. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, just an FYI, once we hit the 250, I'll have a bigger giveaway as well. So if you're watching the videos but you haven't subscribed yet, please consider. And we'll get into the mani. Thank you so much. All right, so hello again. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the mani. And actually, because the intro that I added just before this was after doing this mani, so you kind of already saw a preview, but my camera's not really wanting to focus on that. But that's the Cozy Cashmere by iGel Beauty, so that is on my thumb and my ring finger, as you saw. And I already did the dip powder application. I did 3 layers of that on those 2 nails. And then I'm going to use this Referral nail Helium, which is a chunky glitter color, on the rest of my nails. So I apologize, this video is going to be a little bit longer today because I did add that extra intro at the beginning in regards to the giveaway that's going on until the 25th. So if please follow the information that you saw there in regards to entering on the giveaway and have, the appropriate comment and everything. So what I'm going to be doing on my other 3 nails is kind of a glitter like fade or ombre just at the free edge of my nails, if I could grab a hold of that brush. So today I am using my e.l.f. Eyeshadow blending brush. I like this one for chunky glitters because it's a little bit fluffier. It can pick up those glitters a little bit better than the denser Wet n Wild brush that I've used in the past. So I'm going to do a full layer of my base coat. So that's across the whole entire nail. And then I'm going to use that brush to kind of pick up the powder and those chunkier glitters. I have my nail kind of pointed down towards the powder a little bit. I'm not touching the brush to my nail at all. It's hovering just over the nail and I'm tapping it to kind of cause the glitters to fall down on like the free edge part of my nail. And you can kind of lift the brush a little bit higher away from your nail to kind of get those glitters to kind of fade up towards the cuticle. I don't want them to go all the way up to the cuticle, but just to kind of look like they're fading up into the cuticle area. And then I poured over with the whoa! Sorry, the glitter. Oh my god, I hope I don't get kicked off of YouTube for that. I poured over the glitter and then I'm just pressing down on all of the glitter pieces to make sure that they are laying flat on the nail so that when I go to file later, I don't file into any of those glitter pieces because they're, really beautiful colors, and usually they're silver inside. So if you file into them, you're gonna see that silver, which we don't want. So I'm going to show the rest of this nail in real time. I only do 2 layers with the tap ombre like that, and then pouring over the clear, and then I do put a little bit of base on my nail to kind of place some of the chunkier glitters where I want them, but that's about it. I will do a full layer of the clear powder later on when I cap everything, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show the other 2 nails as well, since it's just the 2 nails, but I am going to speed that up a bit. And I apologize also if I fumble over my words at all. I wanted to get this video out to you today, so I'm actually doing the voiceover same day. But I've talked about my dog a little bit before. I don't have kids or anything. She's my kid, so to speak, but she is 16 years old. She turned 16 in September. And she's doing fairly well, but she does have some health issues. She has some arthritis and some problems with her legs. But the other thing that's kind of going on with her now is she doesn't really stay sleeping all night long. It's kind of like a hit or miss each night. Sometimes she'll wake me up, usually somewhere between midnight and 2 in the morning, and she'll kind of wake up and she has something called vestibular syndrome, where it kind of causes her to constantly want to walk in a circle. And she'll start doing that at night, and if she starts kind of panting as well, I know she kind of needs to go out. And sometimes when we come back in from going outside, she will settle down and go back to sleep. So those are the good nights. And some nights she just does not want to go back to sleep. And I'm a very light sleeper. So if I hear her walking around, I can't fall back asleep. So last night was not a good night. She woke me up around 2. We went outside, and I did not fall back asleep at all. So I have been up since 2 o'clock this morning. So I'm probably going to have to take a nap at some point today, but I wanted to get this video out and give the additional information on the giveaway like I did at the beginning of the video as well, just so everybody that wants a chance, has a chance to enter as well. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other 2 nails. I'm going to just sit back and let you watch for a little while, and then we'll move on to the rest. And look at how gorgeous that glitter is. So before I move on to the other two nails, my ring and thumb nail, I'm going to go ahead and cap these glitter nails with my clear dip powder, just so that those nails are done and out of the way. And the only thing I'll need to do later on at the end of the mani is finish off with top coat. Well, I'll file first. Trying to gather my thoughts here. It's like a sleep-deprived brain I'm working with right now. I'll activate, file, off camera, everything later, but I just will need to, finish off these later on with top coat. Oh boy. All right, so on to the good stuff here. I am going to be using the Charlie's Nail Art. This is a water decal sheet, I guess. So it's like a little square of all of the designs. So we're going to be doing a Peacock Design. I've been dying to use this since I got it, so I've had it for a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and place that on my thumb. So I just wanted kind of a neutral background, so in case there was any part that maybe lifted or anything like that, or didn't quite completely transfer over, it kind of matched that kind of tannish background that's behind the peacock feathers. So I'm just going to cut out, two pieces, one for my thumb and one for my ring finger. And I just kind of keep measuring my thumb against it to make sure that it's going to, fit, because I want it to cover my whole entire nail. And yeah, I'm just, like I said, just trying to figure out which pieces it is that I want. But also the glitter, I wanted to, of course, have a glitter that kind of matched the colors. And you could really do any kind of glitter you want. I really love how this one matched up. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. So I'm just going to kind of cover these decals with water. That's how you're going to kind of get the image off of that paper. Oh my God, paper backing. Words are not my friend today. Sorry, guys. And I'm just kind of trying to get that one, the one that's curling up, the bigger piece, a little bit more submerged while it's on my resin plate. I am going to use my stampers because that's kind of the easiest way for me to place those decals on my nail instead of trying to pick it up with tweezers, and that way, just like doing a stamp, you can see exactly where you want to place it. So I think it's just makes the water decals much more user-friendly. And again, since I'm not really using gels right now, I'm going to go ahead and apply my sticky base coat just so the water decal has something to adhere to on both of those nails. Later on, I do end up reapplying it to my thumbnail because it just kind of seemed like it all absorbed into the dip powder and it wasn't really sticky anymore. So I did reapply because I just wanted to make sure the decal transferred over. So I did grab a second stamper. I just didn't want the two decals to kind of, or the second decal to be sitting in the water for too long. I have a clean piece of paper towel to kind of dab off the extra water, because you don't want any extra water when you go to place it on your nail. And see there, I just, I'm using the stamper to kind of place it exactly where I want it, to make sure that like the center of that peacock feather is exactly where I want it on my nail. I'm just going to kind of tap that down to make sure it's covering the whole surface. Did like kind of scratch it up into my cuticle area a little bit, but not very hard pressure at all, because I didn't want to scratch up the image. So I was not pressing hard at all by any means. It was really just applying a little bit of pressure to ease it in toward where my cuticle is. So here you can see I'm applying that. A second layer of the sticky base, because it was just all kind of dried and absorbed into the dip powder. Probably if I wanted to eliminate that from happening, I could have done a layer of my dip powder base coat first and then the sticky top, or just see if the decal would transfer over on the base coat. That does end up drying and it doesn't really stay sticky, so that I don't know how well that would have worked. So initially what I was thinking in regards to doing this is that I would do the decal first, cap these two nails in clear after the decal. So you're going to see me go through another couple of steps, but I don't usually end up wearing the manis for too long, so I think I probably could have done all of my filing and everything shaping first, and then even the clear cap, filing, shaping, and then the decal after that. I kind of ended up doing the decal first, then capping those nails in clear as well, and then filing. I mean, you could do it either way, but I probably could have saved myself a little bit of issues, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So here, because the decal is overlapping some of my skin, I am just using one of my nail art brushes with a little bit of acetone to kind of dissolve away the areas where it's a little bit too long, where it's hanging over the free edge. I'm not trying to get any of that acetone on the decal where it's on the surface of my nail, so I'm going very slow. I'm being very careful. I wipe, I even dab off a little bit of the acetone so that it doesn't flood onto the surface of my nail, because I don't want it to create any spots where the decal picture should be, if that makes sense. So I'm just, like I said, going very carefully, very slowly, and doing just being very careful. So I'm only showing my ring finger on this one. I did do the same exact thing on my thumb, but when I was looking back at the footage, I was a little bit out of frame for most of it, so I just cut that part out, but I did the same exact thing on my thumb. So I am kind of trying to get used to a little bit of a closer camera angle so that all of you can see what I'm doing better, than having a further, like a view that's further away. So that's just going to take a little bit of time on my part to kind of get used to where the camera is, the angle, and everything like that. So bear with me while I kind of get my bearings on that. So if I go out of frame at all, I apologize. So I am applying my Smudge-Free Top Coat, which is the Maniology Top Coat. So this is where I kind of probably added some more steps that I didn't really need to if I had done it maybe a little bit different. I'm applying this because I've had experiences in the past where if I'm going to cap and clear after the nail art, the base coat or the activator kind of ruins the nail art, bleaches it out or removes it, stuff like that. So sometimes if you kind of do a protective layer of a different top coat, that will kind of protect the nail art. So that's kind of what my thought process was here. I end up kind of, I don't want to say ruining the decal because it didn't really, I wouldn't say ruin it, but I think when I was doing my filing and I was trying to smooth out the area at my cuticle edge there, some of the decal gets filed away as well. So it ends up kind of looking like my nail has grown out a little bit. Not a lot. It wasn't like a significant amount, but it's, it was a little bit enough to just be noticeable if you're really looking for it. So that's one thing I would say be careful of. So in hindsight, what I probably should have done was do all of my dip powder application, clear cap every nail, activate, file, and shape every nail, then do my sticky base, the decal. You could do another layer of base coat to protect the decal or a different product like the Smudge-Free Top Coat. Activate again and then do your dip powder top coat. I hope that makes sense. If you want to see something like that in a video, let me know in the comments. Because I feel like right now I'm not making much sense. So let me know. But all in all, like I said, it came out pretty good. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm still actually wearing it right now, and I really love the way the glitters kind of complement the Peacock decals. I kind of wanted a glitter, like I said, you could do a glitter that has like the darker browns and blues and greens in it, but because the decals were kind of so dark, I wanted something that matched it but was gonna kind of also lighten it up as well. So I really love that this glitter has those like copper and gold and brown glitters in it, but also has that green color shift, and I just think it matched perfectly. I'm really, really happy with it, and I want to use that glitter again. I want to do the glitter on every single nail. I love it. It's so, so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and I did my second layer of activator after all of the filing and everything, and wiped everything, all of that activator residue off with my cotton round and a little bit of alcohol, going in with my dip powder top coat. So I'm just doing 2 to 3 quick swipes across each nail from cuticle to free edge, not going over it multiple times, just the 2 to 3 swipes, wiping off my brush on my paper towel before I dip back into the bottle to go on to the second nail. And then I apologize that I got a little bit out of frame there for my thumbnail, but I'm going to do a more thorough layer on all of the nails on this second round of top coat, so you can kind of be a little bit more thorough. You can do more swipes if you want or need to get that free edge, so I do have the peel base on underneath this as well. I did try the Referral nail clean slate peel base again. The nails are still hanging on. It's probably been about maybe 4 or 5 days, and they're not really lifting at all, so I just hope that I don't have any problems trying to remove them once I'm ready to. So we'll see. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish up the top coat. I do end up, kind of pausing the video and letting those dry for at least 5 minutes. I have a tendency to, like, if I kind of try to rush it, I end up touching it and it's still sticky and ruining it. So I really try to sit there and not touch it for a minimum of 5 minutes. I think it's usually probably dry within 3 or 4 minutes, but I like to give it, enough time. And then I'll come back for cuticle oil. Alright, so I have my Candi Skin Care. This one is the Sweet Tobacco. I believe this one was out during the fall, if I'm not mistaken. You could use it really, it's not a super just, fall type of scent. It is surely one of my favorite scents that I've gotten from Candi Skin Care. It just smells so good. But I'm, making sure to get that all over my skin, cuticle area. Not just my cuticle area, I will kind of rub that, all over my finger and try to get maybe a little bit under my nail as well, especially wintertime. Your skin gets really kind of dry, but look at that glitter. I am obsessed with that decal and the glitter. I love them both. I just love them both. But let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, bye for now.